Hi, I'm Greg Owell from Strings Magazine. Like many of you, I love learning about the history of violins, from the makers to the players to the histories of some of the specific instruments. One of the ways that we've always learned about instruments is through looking at photographs, but they have limitations. Because violins live in 3 dimensions. When you hold one in your hands, you can see the arching, how the light plays off of the arching. You flip it over and you look at the back and you see the flame maple, where it just looks like rippled velvet under that antique varnish. It's a beautiful thing to behold. Recently, we were visited by someone who's working to bring that experience one step closer to reality for all of us who don't get a chance to handle these fine instruments on a regular basis. Alex Sobolev of Weinrich Labs has helped develop a new product called the Violin Gallery. And in this app, which is available for iPads, they detail the history of some of the greatest instruments around and illustrate them with luscious photos that show you some of the most precise details of the instruments around. But Alex could explain this whole thing a lot better than I can. So let's have him take us on a tour of the new Violin Gallery app from Weinrich Labs.
Hi, my name is Alex Sobolev and I'm with Weinrich Labs, and I'm here to introduce the Violin Gallery. It's a mobile exhibition space of fine classic violins. And you can go into each instrument and read about it, look at images, look at 360 views, and light reflections. You can go through and check out great violins that we've measured. You can listen to them. You can go in for more detail and read about each instrument. You can look at photography for each instrument. And we have 2 special views that let you see the instrument in a way that print typically doesn't. We have the 360 view, where you can rotate each instrument in full 360 and look at it from any angle. Same thing with the scroll. And then we have a view that shows you the light reflectivity of the back. So you can see the way the flame articulates with different light positions. This photography section, we not only have full body shots of each instrument, but we also have details like the bridge area, F-holes, going all the way into corner details. That photography is zoomable, but we go in a great detail, so you should be able to get everything you need and at larger than life resolution. Then, in addition to having instruments, we have information about all the makers associated with those instruments. So Stradivari, Guarneri, Guadagnini, and you could go in and read about each of those people, where they're from, when they made, what was important, and connect that history with the history of the instruments and who played them. With still photography, you never get any kind of information about the way the wood actually reflects light. So you get the still image and it's completely static. But in reality, instrument backs are very vibrant, and small shifts in the instrument will make the grain of the wood completely different. So the lights will become darks and the darks will become lights. And we've devised a way to capture some of that change. And for the first time, you can see this without actually holding the instrument. And we've linked that animation, or that series of images, with the motion of the iPad, so that when you tilt it back and forth, you get a reflection that would be very similar to what would happen if you tilted the actual instrument back and forth. It's a very natural way of seeing this kind of information. This app will be available for 99 cents, and for that price, you'd get access to 2 instruments, and you can read and look at all the images you want. And then once a month, we'll switch one of those instruments out for a new one. Then we'll have a higher tier subscription, where for an annual fee, you'll be able to see all of the exhibitions that we have that year as we put them out. And those will be curated to show collections of instruments that are related to each other, or reflect different notions of what it is to make violins or play them. In addition to that, the app will connect musicians with audience members who are using this app. So when you're looking at an instrument and you want to know when it's going to be at a performance or at a museum show, you'll be able to click into a calendar and see that information. And that's a feature that we're going to roll out within the first 6 months after the initial launch.